All right, so today is December 20th of 2022, and I'm gonna keep this right about 30 minutes because I don't think we need to drag everything on. It's the end of the year. What are we going to talk about? So the thing that I really want to let you guys know is you guys have had some victories this year with me here, which is so freaking exciting. And I like to give homework. I don't want to give homework during the holiday break, but this would be the homework that I'm going to give you. Take a look at the year and take a look at your wins. Take a look at what you did. If you've posted in the group, then you can just search your name and see the post if you can't remember the victories that you've had here. If you've messaged me, then you can look up the messaging and see all the victories you've had. So I know, Grace, you have like a rap sheet, an arm's length, the rap sheet of good, amazing things that have happened. But that's it. As we go into a new year, as we plan, you got to celebrate what you did in some way, shape, or form. I know, Grace, you and Brad are an amazing team. I think you should find some way to celebrate your wins. And it doesn't just have to be financial wins as well. Take a look at family wins. Take a look at victories that have happened throughout the past year, or blessings, because that's what we have to do. We have to celebrate those things. And as a woman of faith, I love how Jesus said, I came to give you life and life to the full. And it's great to chase after goals. I'm all about chasing after goals. I'm all about doing whatever I can so that you guys can get out of debt and move to other levels of your life as well. But if we're not living life, stopping to smell the roses, stopping to celebrate, what's the point? So that's it. Take a look at what you've done. And that is what I am planning to do. I've been working on goals. I know last week, Grace, you and I talked about life map and building a vision. There were two ones that we talked about, build the life you want and developing a vision. So I've been working on those, but it just became apparent that I need to stop and celebrate my wins, my family wins. What we have is a gratitude jar. I'm going to show it to you. So while I'm going to step away, think about some of your wins this year. Big, small, it doesn't matter. So every Friday night, and this year we weren't on top of it every single Friday, but what we do is we get a slip of paper and we write something that we were grateful for this week, or, during the week. 52 weeks out of the year is the goal. And then at the end of the year, we dump everything out and we read it. So, my son wrote this, and we put a date on it. He said he's thankful for cars and coffee and using the racing sim. And this was an amazing day where we met people. I was dressed to connect, and we were invited to go to this museum where they were testing this amazing racing car simulation and our whole family got to do it for free. They gave us free admission to the museum, and he got to play on this sim, like sitting down in it like a real racing car for like over 2 hours. It was crazy. But this upcoming year, I think I'm also going to put not just things I'm grateful for, but also accomplishments I'm proud of. So that is a new thing that I am thinking about. So that might be an idea for you guys. And it is so fun at the end of the year, like things that we've forgotten about, we get to read about it. Sometimes I'll put if we go to the movies, sometimes I'll put a little ticket stub in there. But again, just ideas of celebrating what is going on in your life. And then when you do that, it's going to give you energy for your goals. Our final week together this year, I think it's the 27th. And again, build the life you want and life map, developing a vision. I just kind of finished this yesterday with my family, but we're gonna go over it one more time and put some goals on the calendar that we want. And I want to give you tips for goals. I think we know this. You don't want too many, you don't want too little. You don't want goals that are too easy. Like, oh, I want to get in shape next year. I'm gonna lose 1 pound next year. All right, that's kind of silly. All right, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds next year and enter a bodybuilding competition. Okay, that, let's get something, in the middle as we're setting our goals. We can talk tonight about categories that you want to set goals in. And there is a sweet spot of setting goals. If you set 100 goals, that's going to be hard to achieve. Your focus is going to be scattered. If you set 3 goals, you're probably going to get all 3 goals. And then when you get the goals, you can add new ones. So think about focus. If you are doing life map, Danny has 10 categories of life. The spiritual, which encompasses your mind, body, heart, emotions, your marriage life, your parenting life, your business or work life, your money or financial life, your charity, your fun and leisure time, your adventure time, serving the community, and legacy. So that could be 10 goals right there. But I would say narrow it down even more. Maybe pick the top 4 or 5 categories that you want to grow in, and pick maybe 1 to 3 goals that you want to achieve. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on with my family. I'm going to celebrate what we've done, and then I'm going to see what can we do, individually and as a team, a home team coming up. So that's what I got. So Grace, I know you're doing life map. How is that going with you? What's up? What's happening?
I love life map. And when I have time, when I'm driving to the car, I turn it on. Sorry, when I'm driving in the car, I often turn it on. Or if I'm baking, I turn it on. And then there's times where I go for gaps and I don't listen at all. And then I go back to it and listen on my way to work and listen when I'm baking. And yeah, I love it. I learned so much. So I talked to Brad about doing the two that you recommended, Build the Life You Want and Developing a Vision. And he said, when I'm on holidays, he will sit and listen to something with me. So that's good.
That's awesome. Now, have you printed out the worksheets?
No, but I did figure out last week how to do it. So
Nice.
yeah, that is on the list to do as well, but I haven't done that yet.
Awesome. I think it's so great that Brad is willing to sit down with you. Don't let that stop you from, your own personal things and writing out and doing it on your own as well. Grace, you were, I don't know if you even realize how powerful you are. You are an amazing, incredible person. You serve, you love, you see the good in people. I know you're a woman of faith, but I don't know if you know that you have the gift of prophecy. Nobody's told you that. Okay.
No.
Most people don't understand what that is. They think, oh, that's like a prophet who tells the future. It can be that, but a prophet is 100% right all the time. They're picked by God and they die horrible deaths. Every single one of them in the Bible. So I'm not talking about somebody who's a prophet. So you have the gift of prophecy. You speak words of life over people, and you create a vision in people, and a vision that comes to pass. That when you prophesy over someone, it's like a technical term that people don't understand, but when you see something in somebody and you're like the wind under the wings, and you feed seeds of a vision and seeds of people's potential. I know you're a gardener, Brad is an amazing farmer. Have you ever seen those weird little seeds that you don't need to do anything because they put the fertilizer in it and you just drop it in the ground? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah.
That's like who you are. You speak words of life, and there's just something about it.
Thank you.
And thank you. That's part of what you did for me even starting this group to help others. So you're
So
amazing.
excited we're starting this group. I just wanted to encourage you so much. Yeah.
Well, again, you are amazing. And, I just want to celebrate you every time I see you. So
thank you.
So good. So do you have a plan for next week when we get together of something that you want to finish? No pressure, because it's the holidays. If you're like, I'm doing nothing for the next 7 days, that's fine too.
Well, this came in the mail today.
Ooh.
I'm so excited. So my plan is to kind of get that set up and ready to go for January 1st. And I have to say, I had one for last year. It was really what helped Brad and I to stay on track with paying our debt off. So that's my plan, to get that ready. And my other plan is to print off Life Map, because then my holidays happen. And Brad has said that he would sit down and do some of that with me. So.
Can I see that planner again? Because I'm always looking for a good planner. Who's it by?
I think it's a Peter Popper. Yeah, Peter Popper Press Incorporated, and it was on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
And it's $5.99 US.
Wow. Weekly budget planner. That looks amazing.
It has a monthly area.
Wow. Peter Popper Press. I love alliteration.
And here is the monthly, and then it's got every day.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, Patty has one too.
Nice. All right. So I may look at it, and you're welcome to post it in the group if you are so inclined.
Okay.
Denise, I am not ignoring you, even though I can't see your beautiful face. Um, how are you doing? Are you working on any goal setting for the new year? Are you taking time to reflect on the past year and seeing what worked well and what things that you'd like to celebrate?
Well, I'm very happy to be here and thank you for doing this. And Grace, thank you for encouraging Larissa to do this, first of all. No, I know you weren't ignoring me. I'm eagerly listening and I'm taking notes, though you can't see that. But I'm grateful that you're saying to look back and celebrate the wins and the victories and the blessings. One of which is my dad had a stroke, not this past summer, the summer prior. Just having my parents here is still a blessing. We've lost several people, so it's just a reminder just to be with people and slow down and especially like in the holidays, just to be and to be with one another. As far as planning, today is the first day I sat down with my manager. I have a real estate practice. And long story short, I'm one of the ones that decided, okay, enough is enough. And I'm going to sit down with her once a week as an accountability person. So I am looking to block my time, which I learned from the Destiny Global, Danny Johnson's, I can't think of what it was called, First Steps to Success.
Mhm.
In the spring. I wish I could have been there in person, but it was online. And the Carmen talked a lot about blocking your time. And that is something I think most people, but I know I struggle with. So she has suggested colored pencils and coloring out blocks of time, even your own personal time. And, green I'm using for work and yellow I'm using for time with the Lord. That's one of my goals, is to get back to that consistent time with him. I'm looking to, within the boundaries of work, to obtain 2 listings a month.
Mm.
And I am thankful to you because you encouraged me to have a goal, and I put my credit card away and I have not used it, and I paid it off, and I even snapped a picture. Actually have a negative balance because I got some returns from something. So
Nice.
I can't even tell you how good that feels. And now the goal is, if I work on the business, then I can grow the savings, etc. So thank you. Thank you. I have several
Oh,
goals I'm looking at, but I'm trying to pare them down so it isn't overwhelming.
right.
Denise,
Wow.
that's so
I'm s-
wonderful about
I'm
your credit.
excited.
Thank you. I'm so excited too. You have no idea.
Oh,
That is wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do have a spending problem. So
you had a spending problem.
that's right. I had a spending problem. Thank you. Thank you. I used to have a spending problem, ladies, but no
I
more.
had an Amazon problem.
Yes.
Oh,
Hi,
had
I'm
a
Denise and I'm
thrift
an
store.
Amazon holic. I'm sorry.
I had a thrift store shopping problem.
Yes, that was my problem. Yeah,
All right,
no more.
Denise, I need to speak over you now because what you have done, that is the hardest step. It seems like the first step, once you get that chink in the armor, once you get that little crack in the wall, you totally did a 180.
Thank you.
And you did what you said you were going to do. You took something, you didn't make it complicated. You just said, here's the problem. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop it. You stayed accountable to me. It's a huge, 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 gigantic victory. Whatever that thing that you snapped,
Yes.
that little picture, I don't know if you want to, print it out and put it somewhere for when, if temptation comes, or have it as your screensaver for a while. You are a woman of action, and you reap what you sow, and you put that into action. And not only did you pay off your credit card, but now you got money coming back to you.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
I mean, that is huge. You're not just at zero, now you're on the plus side. Now money's coming to you Money is coming to you because you were a good steward of your money. When you treat money right, you get more of it. When you treat money right, you get more of it. Money goes, and this is from Hans Johnson, money goes from stupid to smart. So if you're stupid with money, it will go to where people are smart with money. And now that you're being smart with money, it's coming to you. That is huge. And your choice to have somebody to help hold you accountable is brilliant. I cannot wait to see what new things will happen this year as you made that choice, as you're setting time aside. That's phenomenal. That is
Thank you so much.
excellent. I'm
Well,
so
thank you.
oh,
That's
well,
you. Thank you. Thank you for being encouraging and to, offer up those challenges. I came in late to this group, but I appreciate you ladies. And I thank you very much for the encouragement and the words over me. I thank you. I received them and I thank God. So,
amen. Amen. Well, I can't wait to see what the new year is going to look like. And how things are going to flesh out. But I'm so excited to celebrate your wins right here, right now. And wow, I just want to take a moment and be like, it's awesome. I just want to dwell in it. I know there are times that I have dwelled in tearing myself down and being like, oh my gosh, that was stupid. I can't believe I did that. And just like simmering in it. Have
mhm,
you guys ever done that? So why don't we
absolutely.
just simmer in the good stuff? I don't be like, you guys did it. Most people will not do what you did. They'll talk about it. And the crazy thing about our mind is if we talk about our plans, if we talk about our dreams, it produces something in our brain, a chemical in our brain that gives us satisfaction. Sometimes to the point where we won't act on it because we've gotten all the feel-good feelings of talking about our dreams and boop,
Mm.
crazy thing. But you guys are taking action. You know how to take action. You have victory, you have success, and it is just going to snowball into more victory. So so that's it. Checking our time. We are perfect on time. And I'm just going to throw this out. This is kind of crazy. I read this somewhere today. There was a woman who bought something at Goodwill, and there was a red envelope in the back, and it was a check for $1 million. Now, it was outdated. Obviously, it was like many years ago. A bank wasn't going to honor it. It wasn't made out to her. But she tracked down the person. And this person was like, oh, my husband and I write a check to each other. They called it a manifestation check. And we do that every year in the Chinese New Year, and put it in the red envelope. And she's like, I mean, nobody would cash it because we didn't have $1 million in the bank. But I thought that was really an interesting idea. And I want to play with it, writing a manifestation check, like writing a check to my husband for $1 million. Like, when do we want to be millionaires? I have a date for us to be millionaires. I have a date for us to be millionaires. There is a difference between being millionaires on paper and having actually $1 million cash in the bank, But in any case, I think that might be a fun idea because when you put things down on paper, it changes things. It brings it from your mind into reality. It's the first step to achieving any goal you have. The kinesthetic act of bringing it out of your head and putting it on paper, it becomes physical. And there's something that your mind does with that. So I'm tempted to, I mean, who writes checks anymore? I have all these checkbooks that I've had for like 20 years. I just have the bank send checks automatically. But I might write my husband a check and say, let's make this good, you know, on such and such date, this many years down the road. Let's make sure we have enough money in the bank.
Well, thanks to you, I do write checks. I haven't, but now I do write checks and I
Nice.
use my debit card. So kudos.
That's
to you
excellent.
again.
That's
I can't thank you both enough, because if Grace didn't encourage you and you didn't have this class, we wouldn't have had that conversation. So
Wow.
thank you.
Wow. Well, you are totally welcome. And I'm just, you know, I'm just offering what has worked for me, but it's up to you to take it and put action into it. So right back at you, Denise. You took it and you ran with it and you did something. So thank you. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you. And kudos to Grace, because I know some of the stuff she shared.
Grace
And
is a powerhouse.
Oh my gosh, I hope it rubs off on me. So
And Denise, I just love how you have a work goal. I go to work every day and I know what I have to do every day, but I don't think I've ever really thought about having a work goal. So that is really encouraging to hear tonight.
oh, good, good. Yes. I should have been doing this a long time ago, but I can't look backward. I have to look forward. And yeah, I figured out the best way for me. I know people say, okay, figure out what the goal is, and then we work backwards. How many calls do you have to make? How many appointments? But I think for me at this point, to not be overwhelmed, I think to pick an hour or 2 hours or whatever it is, but be consistent about doing that work. And then I'll see how much I get from that. At least that's what I'm going to try from right now with my manager. So, and hopefully I'll speak it, you know, and speak life, and it will snowball. And then maybe I can do the other thing where I say, okay, I want to make X amount of money, and what do I have to do, and work backwards to see what those goals are. I think this is just better for me at this time. But I encourage you to have whatever goal. It's nice to go to work 9 to 5, and you don't have to go get that business. In our business, there's pluses and minuses to everything, but you do have to make the phone calls and knock on doors and reach out to people. And so I'm getting excited and to looking forward to doing that. But I have a quick question for you both, if you have a second. The life map, I know that's a Danny Johnson thing, I believe. Do you have that posted somewhere, or do you have to sign up through them to get that? Are you able to share that information?
Yeah, I had posted some links
Okay.
to that here and there. I know it's so hard with the posts to find out where those items are. I'll look up the post and I'll tag you in it. And Grace we both have the life map. It is it's $29 a month.
And for you Canadians, it's about 40 a month.
Oh, thank you for that conversion rate. The amazing thing that I love about LifeMap, I mean, we know how much first steps to success is in creating a dynasty, whether it's virtual or live. But LifeMap, you've got every category at your fingertips. You can try it for a month, see what you get out of it. If you love it, do it a second month. If you love it, keep doing it. If you don't want to do it, you know, you can cancel at any time, but you get Danny, you get Ken, you get Jackie and Carmen O'Quinn, you get spiritual side growth, you get business growth, you get marriage growth, relationship growth, whatever category you want, whatever category you feel you need help with at that moment. You get the videos, which I like. I have MP3 recordings from every event that I've been to, but I like the videos. They break it down into like 7 to 10 minute segments. You get a little snippet, you get it real quick, you get the video, They have workbooks you can use for each level of the content. And every year at the end of the year, I like to go over that, build the life you want and developing a vision, because
Thank you.
that sets up my year. And then as I go on through the year, I figure out whatever problem or issue I need to grow in, there's a topic for it. That's been my experience. And here's, I printed out like a little itty bitty worksheet for my whole family. So we do it together, and you can, and then there's another one. So
Thank you.
that has helped us. Grace, I know you're fairly new to LifeMap. What's been, how have you liked it? And what have you worked on before this part?
I really liked the intro video because the man that presented it broke it down into how to use it, but also where to start. And he suggested starting in foundations. So that's where I had started. And I really like that the sessions could be one big long session, but they divide it up. So then it's really easy to listen to 7 minutes while you get ready or 10 minutes while you drive. And for me, it sometimes feels daunting to say, I'm going to sit down and listen to an hour podcast. So these are broken up into nice segments. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you for that. And if I'm going to add one more thing, this developing a vision, which did you already start this one, Grace, or you're about to?
No, I'm waiting for Brad.
Okay. Yeah. I was there with Danny when she did this. And I didn't even get a 10th of what I'm getting now, because it's in those short segments. And I'm like, well, we're with the family. Whoa. I need to pause that. Just let me pause that. And I absorb it differently. And instead of this, I don't know, this 1 hour section with Danny, it was probably 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. And then they just truncated it to all the highlights. But it's taken us 2.5 weeks to go through what they have down in an hour, because it's so rich. We're like, whoa, we just need to think about it. And then we discuss it. And then we hit play again. Then it goes for another 5 minutes. Then we'll pause. And even if my family's not here to discuss it, I'll pause and I'll be like, wow, let me think about that for a moment. Because I did not process it going boom, 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 having it all there live. It was wonderful. But I think this is the best thing that Destiny Global has to offer. The videos, the workbooks, and the ability to absorb what they're trying to get out. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So that's the deal. Next week, are you guys planning on popping in next week? It's the 27th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your family if your family's around. And again, if I'm going to give you homework, and if you want to accept the homework, I want to hear about your celebration. I don't care if it's just you go for a pedicure. I don't care if it's you buy a new nail polish for $3.99 and paint it on your own toenails, or if you go out to a big dinner, or if you give chocolates to your family, I don't know, just something to celebrate you guys, because you're worth it and you deserve it and you're doing awesome. And this is just the next step until next year. Can't wait to see what happens with you guys next year.
And with
Okay.
you as well.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And maybe we can see your little thermometer again next year.
It's gonna get higher. Oh, man. All right, you guys are totally encouraging, totally inspiring to me. So happy for your successes. Thanks for popping on, and I'll see you next week. Reach out to me if you need anything. I'll send the link to you, Denise, and you guys have an awesome night.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can go search for it, but thank you so
I'll find
much.
it. I'll tag you. I know where it is.
Have a blessed Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You too,
Yeah.
you
To
too.
both, to you too, Denise.
All right.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.